Rabbi is Gimel. And what is he saying? He's saying, Asher Kidishanu b'mitzvothiv, that Kidishanu, in a word, Kidishanu, that Hashem has sanctified us, and that means that a Yid is ready to go and Kiddush Hashem, and every Yid is. That's why, when he does a mitzvah, he draws godliness into the world. As you said, if a non-Jew is going to put on tefillin, he's not drawing godliness into the world. It's a nice symbol that can have a lot of meaning. But to draw the Eibush into the world, it's got to be by neshama in this way. A neshama who's rooted in the higher than the mitzvah, rooted in the words of the Maimon, in the Kodesh Elyon. And where does that manifest? In a Yid's readiness for Mesiras Nefesh, and that he is integral to him. When he does the mitzvah, he unlocks in the mitzvah the Kodesh Elyon, the godliness. Let's see further detail now in Ois Gimel. So this is all the Alter Rebbe's Maimon, which is going to conclude at the end of this paragraph. Mamshich Levayer, the Alter Rebbe continues to explain Ois Gimel, page 64. Yeah, it's different page numbers for me. Okay. Levayer Inyan, the Birchas HaMitzvahs. The Alter Rebbe now adds the idea of the contribution, the significance of the bracha for the mitzvah. Not just the act itself. Through the bracha that a Jew says, Asher Kidishanu b'mitzvothiv, you sanctified us. And you commanded us. In other words, at the pshat level, it could be understood that the mitzvah sanctifies us. The Alter Rebbe doesn't explain it that way. A Jew is Kaddish before the mitzvah, and that's why the mitzvah is a mitzvah. First is Kidishanu, and then mitzvothiv. Now, saying the bracha, what's the point of the bracha? Just do the act. What's the bracha? So the word bracha means to draw down. That's the word bracha means. To reveal. Nimshach inyan zem and helam alagilu. So this essential godliness that the Yid carries within him, that he's about to express in the mitzvah, so the bracha abets, it adds to its revelation from a concealed state to a revealed state. Again, the word bracha means to draw down. A berach is a knee, because a knee is, that's how you bend. A brecha is a waterfall, water coming down. So in English we say blessed, but truth is when you say we're blessing God, God's supposed to bless us. What does it mean? Baruchata. So it means, really, blessed means we're invoking God's revelation. Blessed are you, meaning to say, through this act, I reveal your presence. But that's more succinctly and clearly conveyed in the fact that the word baruch means to draw down. It's called metaphoric. There's no up, there's no down, but we just mean in terms of revelation. Now the Rebbe spells it, the Alter Rebbe spells it out. That every Yid, yesh behelam al-koyach, that he has in a latent way, concealed way. The Rebbe is going to insist later, I'll tell you right now, that we have to live this way, and we can, not just facing the gun of the enemy, but every moment. But it's there. Limsen navshel kiddush Hashem, that a Yid is ready to give his life up for kiddush Hashem, shemitzadzem agas nishmosei b'bchinas kodesh ha'elyon. This is the Ato Kodesh I spoke about before, and the Shimcha Kodesh. This is how a Yid touches the supernal Holy One himself through this complete selfless Mesiras Nefesh. And v'gam b'chol ha-mitzvahs. Now what are mitzvahs? Are also rooted there in the Kodesh Elyon. They're God's pathways, as you said earlier. Shenikroim orches havaya. So the mitzvahs are the pathways of the divine. Yesh behelam b'chinas Kodesh Elyon. Each one of them carries the Kodesh Elyon. On the surface, the mitzvahs are just about, on the surface, many of them, tikkun olam. But it's not just about fixing the world. It's about drawing into the world holiness, kodesh ha'elyon. They carry this, each one of them, even the most eminently logical one that is integral to a functioning society. Don't kill, don't murder, respect life, don't steal. So aside from that, they carry each mitzvah in those acts of morality. They bring not just goodness but godliness. So the mitzvahs are the oiches Hashem, the yesh behelem kodesh elyon. They carry the supernal divine one himself. In al yedei bracha, so by saying the bracha, again, bracha means to reveal. In a bracha, we articulated the word, say it, we say it. It's drawn into the world of words and thought. So we reveal this from a concealed state to revealed state. Ki bracha in yona, what is bracha? His galus oides de amakifim, to reveal transcendent, beyond creation, revelations, to reveal them. And that's the reason. That's why the Gemara says a mitzvah is fulfilled even without the bracha. Because the bracha, there's an auxiliary, it's a critical auxiliary component. But the auxiliary component is to reveal, it's the mitzvah, it's the Jew that reveals the Kodesh Elyon, or rather connects to and carries the Kodesh Elyon. What reveals it, makes it more conscious, is the bracha. Because the essential holiness is there in the mitzvah, and it's unlocked by the Jew as in the neshama. So it's there. What does the bracha do? The bracha broadcasts it, enhances it, reveals it, makes it more conscious, tangible. And that's why there's a view that says mitzvahs do tzrichas kavanah. On the one hand, the bottom line is that the brachas that person puts on tefillin doesn't make a brachas yetzer. Once he puts it on, he can't make a bracha afterwards, a bracha levatala. If you put it on, right? But on the other hand, there's an opinion, which is not the halacha. It's machlekes rishonim. It depends what the first pasuk of Shema. Yes. But there's an opinion that says b'chalal you need kavana. Why? Because ideally, kavana / bracha is the conscious appreciation of what I just did. The example is a diamond in the rough, or a diamond polished. A diamond in the rough, the value is there. It's what it is. So a mitzvah done without the bracha, without the kavana, is the diamond. You have it. You're wealthy beyond measure. But to inspire, to move, to shine, to sparkle, that's what the bracha does, and that's what the kavana does. So it augments, and l'chatchila, that's something you want to add to our mitzvahs. In the words of the Rabbi, in l'kot a famous mashal that, in explaining a dira b'tachtonim, so every mitzvah creates the dira, but if the house is not polished and clean, it's a house, everything is there, but not inviting. You want it to be an inviting home, and it's got a sparkle. And what makes it sparkle? That's the bracha, that's the kavana. Now all the sparkling in the world, there's no home, is meaningless. So kavana and bracha without the mitzvah has no value. Now the example in Tanya is also the wings of a bird. A bird, a kosher bird, is kosher if it doesn't have wings. Other organs that it misses would be not kosher, internal, vital organs. Wings are not vital. But what do they call? They cause the bird to soar heavenwards and to inspire. So the right wing is Ava and the left wing is Yira. These gives, Kavana gives prayer and mitzvahs our wings. It's not just another metaphor. But the mitzvah, the essential value, the living bird, in the case of the marsh of the bird, or the diamond in the rough, or the home is the home. So that's the essence. And that is absolute, without the bracha, without even the kavan. But ideally, again, that's why yesh oimrim, that's riches kavan. Shoinyan, continuing now the text, gilim in the helim al yedei brachas. So that's the function of kavana, is to reveal the essential bond and connection. In our example, the home shines, sparkles, the diamond illuminates, and the bird has its wings. It's all done al yedei brachas. So Messiah Al Rebbe concludes in explaining the nusach of the bracha, asher Kidishanu bמצוותיו וצוונו. So now we understand Kidishanu means that every Yid is a Kaddish, and therefore bמצוותיו, Therefore, when he does the mitzvah, he draws godliness into the world. And then וצוונו, that's the next word in the nusach habracha. Connect, malashon tzavtza. Kishur v'yischabros, bonding and fusing. Hainu kishur v'chibo nishmeisenu. So now through the mitzvah we are connecting and fusing our souls, even the soul in the guf, and includes the guf. Batzmusa yizborech with Hashem's very essence. Ad, to the extent sheba'asiyah, this act on the oisim is mitzvahs. In this act that we're performing the physical mitzvah, Yovim min hahelem, hamaitzel and hanetzal, we draw the emanator himself, God himself, to his emanations and creation all the way down to our world. V'dai l'mevin, and this is enough for the discerning, ad kan teichen the Maimer, das far the Maimer of the Alter Rebbe. Now the Rebbe. V'hinei kiven sin sheklolos ha'inyan dekim ha-mitzvahs b'rchei seyen. Since mitzvahs and the brachas, h'tzivui sheniten l'kol echad ve'echad mi'Yisrael yiyah mishiyiyah, this is a commandment, a request of Hashem, a plea that is given to every Yid who yiyah mishiyiyah without exception. Nimtzat comes out. Not only does every Jew have this potential, he carries it within him to give up his life in Kiddush Hashem, and he explains, V'hainu, we're not talking about a cheshbon. We're not talking that he's ready to give his life because of a reason and a spiritual gain. That's not what is driving him. Ela commission is barely, like we said before, in Kiddush Hashem Pirushay, that the Kiddush Hashem of a Yid is Shemois and Navshei Ba'atzmus Eidein Sof Baruch Hu. He devotes himself completely to the Eibishter, meaning completely nullified there. Hanikra Kodesh moved totally beyond, and if he's totally beyond any experience, any reward, any Gan Eden, any pleasure, any delight. Eibishter. And this we said before, that's the meaning of Ata Kodesh v'Shimcha Kodesh, and we said, Yahalalucha Sela, that the Jew praises you endlessly. Endlessly means you can't contain it. The loiketz gvul, without any end or boundary, because it's not graspable, can acknowledge it. So this is canalsif, as we said before. And that means to say, therefore it's understood, that is sacrifice to the Eibush is not a calculated thing. It's not because he's going to enjoy the bliss of the hereafter. Not because of any grasp, but he's a Yid and that's it. And he's called up and he's needed. Now, since this is given to the mitzvahs are given to every Yid, it means, moreover, not only this truth, that every Yid is ready to give up his life when called upon, and it's without cheshbonus. But moreover, every Yid has the ability to effect that this Mesiras Nefesh that he carries within him. That he should reveal it in the performance of mitzvahs with simcha and gladness of heart. Not that he should have to actually give up his life. God forbid. And the Yid reveals this in his bracha. Zois v'oid, this and moreover, Sha'pa'ul ishenasis adikim ha-mitzvahs, the effect that the Yid has through doing his mitzvah, loidak ba'dava shebei miskayemes ha-mitzvah. Not only is he elevating that which he with which he performs the mitzvah, can make tefillin b'klav gashmi, like tefillin, physical parchment v'tzitzis b'tzemer gashmi, and tzitzis in the physical wall. Not only is he affecting the whole world, the Rambam says through one act, he tips the scales of the whole world to be meritorious. And schus means meloshen zichach, refined. Shepeil birur v'zichach b'elam, through his act he effects a refinement and a purification of the world. Beyond all of this, El Yiseirim is there. Shadei mitzvah, through his mitzvah, Ru Mekashem Mechaben Ishmosoi, he connects and knots and fuses his neshama im HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with the Eibishter, Leira Kefish Nislabish Bekam Levushim, not only as God is invested in garments, Ela Kefishu Mitzad Atzmoi, but the Eibishter himself, Atzmos Ein Sof Baruch Hu. The very essence of Hashem, Sha'olav Oimrim, Shimcha Kodesh, your name is holy, V'Yiseirim is there, and moreover, V'Ata Kodesh. And you are holy. ועל פי זה יש לוויה השייכה של כלולוס העבודה דכל השנה כולה. In light of the above, we'll explain the connection between the avodah of the whole year, the maimed, the matzev, to the state that the Yid was on Chag HaSukkos, on Yom Kippurim, Rosh Hashanah. To hinder Yidua, it's known Sha'avodah the Rosh Hashanah, Yavodah Klolis al Kol Hashanah Kula. That the avodah of Rosh Hashanah is an avodah for the whole year, being in Kabbalah oil, and accepting the yoke of heaven. V'chein avodah Yom Kippurim, and avodah of Yom Kippur, avodah Klolis al Kol Hashanah Kula. It's an avodah for the whole year, being in Atshuva, in his Shuva. V'chein avodah the Chag HaSukkos, and likewise avodah of Sukkos, avodah Klolis al Kol Hashanah Kula, being in Simcha. So this is an avodah that sets the foundation for the whole year with respect to the avodah of Simcha. So there's Kabbalah's Eil, Rosh Hashanah, Tshuva, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot, the union of Simcha. V'lachayr and move on, and what appears not understood, the state of the inspiration that a Yid stands, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and then Chag HaSukkos, and then Simchas Beis Sha'eva. He be'oif and naile be'yoses in a very lofty state. She'ein de be'erach klal ha'mayim de matzev, it can't be compared at all to his station, his position. She'boim dim b'meyachol, as he stands in a weekday, b'meshach kol ha'shana, throughout the year, in Yiddish and avachadik and mitvach. In a simple Wednesday. Beis Ha'is Askus be'uvd in Dachol, when he's involved in in the mundane, v'havayis elam hazeh, and all of the matters of this world, shebereshus rabim, that is dealing with the marketplace of the world. So, if so, how can we say, Shalvid Rashanim Kippurim? How can we say that the Avodah Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur is Avodah Klolis, that this is, it must embrace, and it's the general Avodah of Kol Hashanah Kula, of the whole year? How can they be compared? And how are we saying Shazel Klal, it's the great overarching state of, and that defines and permeates the Chol Hashanah? How can we say that? Hashein b'chalal elamasha b'frat. The principle is that any detail, there is no detail that does not exist within the klal, and it expresses the klal. And yet, we are worlds apart, surely, from where a Jew stands. Shana Yom Kippur and Sukkot, and where he is in a simple Wednesday. As he concludes the question, these two experiences are distant from one extreme to the other, and incomparably distant. But the matter is that it's not. And so on, the difference between his inspiration, the state that he is Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, to the way he is an ordinary weekday, the difference there is that's only in his conscious experience, his grasp, his appreciation. In Yiddish, the Vernehmen von sein Seichel, the way he grasps and perceives and experiences the moment. The awakening in the arousal of Hashanah Yom Kippur, he feels intellectually, appreciates it, he's aware. Whereas in the ordinary weekday, occupied as he is in mundane matters of, again, the public, the marketplace, making a living. Even if he'll pause and he'll think about Hashem Echad, and he'll think about Ne'ilah. He's not going to feel what he felt at Ne'ilah. Aval, however, so that's all only in terms of his feeling. The feeling, of course, is a result of his awareness. Avla Metzius, the reality, the truth, Kifi shehi lamitasa, as it is in its truth. Gam im einen nergeshes besichel, even if he doesn't feel it in his mind. V'lo yirak b'koiche behelem. And not only is this truth in a latent, concealed way, Elagam b'giloi, this truth is manifest and revealed. And that is Shegam b'yoysi osek b'uvdin b'chayld b'reshus harabim, even as he is engaged in mundane matters, b'yecholtoi l'kayim atzivoi, a Yid is able there to fulfill the commandment, b'chol drachecha de'eu, know God in all your ways. And the Eibishter Atzmus and Mahus, as he described, as he said earlier, is revealed there and with him there and revealed in this moment as he's engaged in his physical needs of livelihood and so on. About which the Gemara says, Parsha Ktana, it's a very small verse. Shekol Gufei HaTorah Tluyim Bo, that the whole body of Torah is dependent upon it. To be continued now.